Hi, I'm Lily, or Lingo.LilyBug, and this is my second ever video on this channel, and I'm really excited. Happy New Year, by the way. For me, it's January 3rd, and I'm really excited. Okay, so this year I'm gonna be focusing on 6 languages that I want to improve this year, and I'm at varying levels in all of these languages. I'm not starting at a beginner level. That wouldn't really be realistic, but yeah, I just want to improve them all individually. And my target languages, in order of comfortability at the moment, are Spanish, Japanese, Korean, ASL, French, and Irish. So yeah, those are my focal points for this year, and I'm really excited. I almost forgot about French because French is new on my list, but yeah. Despite everything that's happened the last few years and how difficult it is to stay optimistic, I'm actually feeling really good about this year. First of all, the first thing that I want to say is that my goal isn't to be a polyglot. I feel like if you go into learning languages, which is what I love to do, for the sole purpose of becoming a polyglot, you are in for a very rude awakening. It's a very interesting goal to have by itself. I just want to connect to as many people as possible, and I think that languages are beautiful. I actually don't really want to be fluent in all of them. I have different goals for each language that I'm studying. Okay, so as far as my levels in these languages, my most comfortable is Spanish right now, which, you know, as a native English speaker, that's not surprising. I'm at a somewhat intermediate-ish level in Spanish, which allows me to pick up so much French so fast, because so much of it is the same. And really, it's just a matter of pronunciation that's very scary for me in French, but I figure if I could speak Korean, which the pronunciation is a bit tricky, then I can speak French. And it's really just a matter of putting my mind to it and decoding it for myself and demystifying it, sort of, so that I'm not as afraid of it. But yeah, it's going pretty well, actually. Secondly, Japanese, which is a big jump. Because I'm not comfortable speaking in Japanese. I can write it relatively well, but as far as speaking, I do get caught up a lot and I get in my own head and I mess myself up. Then Korean, then French, then Irish. Ironically, I've been learning Irish for much longer than French. I started learning Irish a long time ago, but it's kind of hard to study it. It's very hard to study it because there are so few resources to improve at the speed that I would be comfortable with. But because it's not as common of a language, right, as French, where there are resources everywhere. But yes, I feel like I'm progressing in French really quickly, as well as, like I said, it being so similar to Spanish, of course. But yeah, so I actually picked my French over my Irish, which I don't know if that makes me sad or not, but yeah. If you want to be a bit more specific, referring to my levels, I guess that my Spanish is B2-ish. That's right. My Spanish is at a B2 level. My Japanese is at around the B1, maybe. As far as my comprehension, again, producing the language is very hard for me, but I can read things in Japanese, I can watch videos, I can know what's going on, I can understand what's happening around me, but as far as producing it, it's very difficult for me. So B1 in Japanese, and then A2 in Korean, and A1 in Irish, and French, if I had to put them together. And I'm forgetting, I said 6 languages, I'm forgetting one. I would say that my ASL, which I'm also learning, is at around, now, since it's gotten very rusty, it used to be at around a B2. That used to be pretty conversational in it. But now it's at around maybe an A2, maybe. So I need to do a lot of work in my ASL. But yeah, those are my levels right now in my target languages. Now on to my goals. I have them written down next to me. It's just so that I can stay on track and not waste too much time. Firstly is to maintain intuitive study among all of my languages, which is what works best for me. Not going a day without studying anything, but studying what I want to. Like, if I'm especially in the mood for Irish, I'm going to study more Irish. If I particularly that day want to focus more in Spanish, I will. Keep journaling in Spanish, which I tried to do daily, and it's helped me tremendously. You don't know what you need to learn until you put yourself in a position to say what you can't. Like, really putting yourself in a position to continually produce sentences over and over again and have a nice flow. It will humble you. So I've been trying to journal in Spanish daily. Learn 5 new kanji weekly because my kanji is getting rusty. I basically learned the first 2,000 and then like slowed down a lot and just I haven't really intentionally touched kanji in like 6 months. So yeah, review all of my lessons that I have recorded in my notebooks. I try to take notes that are as comprehensive as possible so that I can go back and have a concise space for everything that I've learned and need to practice and review. Then for next month, February, I want to switch from Spanish in my journaling to Japanese and French, which is going to be very interesting. I already do journal partially in Japanese, so it's not like I'm jumping into something and jumping in the deep end, but it's still a lot. And being that I only just started learning French at the end of October, it's gonna be very interesting. Okay, so my next goal is to study 3 new grammar points in Korean grammar and use per week. I need to run through that book. And when I say 3, I mean at least 3. 3 is the bare minimum here for grammar lessons from that book because I need to finish it. There's no excuse for why it's not finished yet. There's no excuse. I have to do it. And my Korean is my most frustrating language. It's not my lowest level, but it's down there and it's very difficult for me, and I've been studying it for too long to, well, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that I've been studying too long to not be as good as I know as I feel I should, because I'm going to make a video on that as well, on learning a language for a long time and still not being fluent or whatever your goal is. I'm gonna make a video on that. But yeah, I did stop learning Korean for years at a time, so it doesn't really count as all of those years, but when you go to beat yourself up about something, sometimes you don't really make sense. And yeah, I'm like, well, I started learning Korean and blah blah blah, so yeah. The next goal is to record a video in Spanish, which I did. Oh my gosh. The next goal is to learn 5 signs every other day in ASL. So yeah, that one's gonna be a little challenging for me, but yeah, I'm excited to see where that goes. The last one for February is to review all question words and numbers, because that is a very, very, very weak point for me. So I may be able to talk about arts and nature and my interests, my hobbies, and and my opinions, but I, in so many languages, can't count past. I need to get better. I need to review all my numbers and all my counters, and yeah. Then for March, my first goal is to dedicate at least 1 hour per week to Irish. It is not a language that I want to be fluent in necessarily, but I do want to be able to understand people. To me, Irish is my fun language. Everything is very non-literal. You don't literally say I'm sad to say that you're sad. You say that sadness is on me and just stuff like that. It's so beautiful. Every time I hear Irish, it's just so magical, and everything is just it's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's one of the prettiest languages to me, like as far as how it sounds to my ears. And Irish and Hawaiian, which I'm not learning right now, but I will in the future because I miss Hawaiian. I briefly studied it a little bit. I love Irish. We established that. I love Hawaiian so much. It's beautiful. I love them both. So those are my pleasure languages. But yes. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. The goal, 1 hour, at least 1 hour of Irish per week. There you go. The next goal for February is March. We're in March. These goals are for March. Is to watch at least one Hangukoni video per day, which will benefit me greatly because obviously she's great. Korean Ani, if you don't watch her and you're studying Korean, I don't know what to say. Please support her. Go watch her content. She has videos about everything, and yeah, I love her. The next one is to watch 5 Miku videos per week. From Miku Real Japanese. If you're learning Japanese, do you know who she is? She's one of the best teachers on YouTube. Her content is free, and she focuses on grammar. She helped me a lot to get more comfortable in my Japanese, and she's very funny and entertaining and sweet and charming, and I love her videos. So yes. Yeah, those are my goals and my current levels of the languages that I'm learning. From here, I want to post progress videos so that I can hold myself accountable and stay on track and have everything recorded, and so that I have something to look back on and see my own growth, and so I can meet more language learners. And yeah, I want to connect with more people. That's the reason that I'm learning these languages in the first place, or one of the reasons. Please let me know if you're learning any new languages this year, or if you're just learning the same, you're improving upon the ones that you've already started. Which languages are they? Which language, and why? And yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon with more progress videos, and hopefully soon some more videos of me actually speaking in my target languages. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Also, Happy New Year.